nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Hello, my peoples. Welcome back to the channel. So in the last video, we talked about the law of success. That was my #1 book out of 10 business books. If you haven't seen that video, it's in the description. Also, there's a 30-day trial and 2 free audiobooks waiting in the description for you as well. They are affiliated. I do get a little commission, but you get a sweet 30-day free trial and 2 audiobooks, so check it out. Today, I wanted to talk about 4 ways to think about success. Now, success is something that I've been thinking about since forever ago. You know, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. And I'm sure that even if I was, I'd have to figure out what success meant to me. And I know success can be defined in a million different ways, but today I want to talk about the 4 that I feel like would help me define success. Because if you can't define what you want in life, how do you know when you've reached your objective? It's like what the cat from Alice in Wonderland says, "I just wanted to ask you which way I ought to go." Well, that depends on where you want to go. Oh, it really doesn't matter as long as Then it really doesn't matter which way you go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And if you don't really know what success means to you or where it's going to take you, then there's a chance you might look back in life and not be where you want to be, or you have to start all over again and figure it out. So here we go, number 4, physical. What does physical success look like? Well, if you're watching this video, you've probably also seen the Olympics. And if you haven't, then go check it out. They have a whole channel. It's really cool. You can see the fastest people in the world, the strongest people in the world, physical achievements that make humans achieve things that we never would have thought were possible. But to me, physical health really just means keeping the engine well oiled. So like a fine car, you're not going to be able to drive it around without gasoline and oil and all the fluids and checking it out and tuning it up every now and then. And I feel like the human body's the same way. Physical health affects everything. And there's something really interesting that I heard about. We've known for a while that the brain is what controls your thoughts, etc. But I've heard about something called the gut brain, and it's really about how your stomach can control your emotions, how you feel, and how you process things. It's very interesting. Google it, look it up, I don't know. But if anything, the whole gut brain thing is a reflection of what you're putting into your body. Staying physically healthy could also mean just going on walks, doing simple things to make sure that your body stays fresh. Your body is a temple. So use it, take care of it, and don't forget that being physically healthy is just one part of this pyramid that stacks to success. Number 2, speaking of the whole temple thing, is spiritual success. Now for me, my faith, my spirituality is a big part of my success. The idea of being part of something larger than myself is really important, and it helps me to realize that it's not just about me, that it's about other people. It's about sharing, loving, caring for others. The most successful companies are successful because they put other people first. Think about a company that you really love. Are they putting themselves, their profits, and whatever they want to do first? Or are they actually taking into consideration what people actually want, what their customer wants first? Having spiritual success is something that you should define on your own. And I would encourage you to set your spiritual mindset in the morning, even if it's 30 minutes, and pray, meditate. Use that time to visualize what it is you want to be, who it is you want to become. And think of those goals and dreams in a way where it's more than just about you, it's about others and how you can spread love, joy, peace to everyone around you. Number 3 is emotional. Emotional success is very, very important. And to me, emotional success reflects our relationships. So much of who we are is a reflection of the people who surround us. They say you're the average of the 4 or 5 people you hang out with. And that's totally true. If you were surrounded by vegans 100% of the day, every day, you'd probably consider eating some more vegetables. Or if you were surrounded by people who loved fast food or loved eating out, and those were the people you were with all the time, I bet you'd probably eat fast food or go to restaurants a little bit more. But emotional success isn't only tied with the people we surround ourselves with, it's also tied to what motivates us, what we're reading, what we're watching, and everything else that we're putting inside of our mind. Emotional success has a lot to do with psychology, something I'm not an expert about, and it has a lot to do with our family as well, our upbringing, our surrounding, how we were raised. But if there's one thing I'd really like to reinforce, it's that with emotional success, I think comes independence. The idea that you value who you are regardless of what other people around you think. I want you to wake up every day and look in the mirror and say, you're beautiful, you're healthy, you're amazing, you're a rock star, you can do this. If you did that every day, think about all the positivity you'd be charged up with and how much you could spread that around you to your friends, family, and everybody else you surround yourself with. Last but not least, number 4, financial success. Now, money can be a taboo subject, but I personally think it's something that everybody should be talking about. Unfortunately, it's not something we're taught in schools, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't be talking about it and teaching everyone around us. Financial success is something that you should define. In my opinion, money is just a tool, and it's actually an amplification tool. Money's going to amplify whoever you've become, whoever you are physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And that's why I put those things first. So if you're someone who really cares, who really wants to help, and you get a ton of money, then it's likely that your money is going to reflect who you want to help, who you really care about, and what you want to do with it all. Inside scoop. My wife saw my last video, and she saw the part about Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the book that talks about Robert Kiyosaki, who has a rich dad who's like a mentor, and he has a ton of success as an entrepreneur, and a poor dad who passed away, but the poor dad had his doctorate, and he was very intelligent. He just didn't have very much at the end, except for his educational success. My wife was like, you really need to make sure you're telling people it's okay to become a doctor or super duper educational. And I totally agree. The whole reason I'm making this video for you guys is to emphasize the fact that you define what success means to you. Don't let the world, don't let Instagram, don't let social media, which is basically people's highlight reels of their life, make you feel like you're falling behind or you're not successful. Be you. Remember, you're your own most valuable critic, but you're also the only person who could stop you from accomplishing your dreams. Physical, spiritual, emotional, and financial success are all things that you're going to need to define for yourself. What level do you want to get to, and how are you going to define that? Because remember the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. And every time you see a cat or a cute kitten video like the one you're probably going to click on next, think about the goal you have in mind and how you want to get there. So remember, every day, make your dreams and goals a reality, and never forget that you can do it. See you guys on the next one. Peace! Hello, my people. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you want to see more, there's some videos over there and down there in the description. But please, make sure you like, subscribe, and share with anyone you think would love to watch these videos too. Alright, see you on the next one. Peace!